This is part one of a two-part series on customer service. We're going to cover the basics of customer service in the first video, and then second video, we're going to talk about owning your customer service experience. So this is a very basic level, and we're approaching it very basic to start because everybody's definition of customer service is going to be, it could be a little bit different. So what is customer service? And this is basically what you do to satisfy your customers, and your core values should really be a part of that customer service experience. And it doesn't have to be that this is the same customer service experience that you would get at a national retailer versus the person down the street. It needs to be unique to you. So it needs to fit your brand, your culture, your core values, like I said. So think about that. But customer service is personal. It's how it makes you feel. And good customer service, it can be hard to explain sometimes, but you know it when it happens. And you can't really define it in general because it's subjective. What I think customer service is might be different than what you think it is. But in general, the customer service is just making sure that the customer gets what they want when they want it, and that there's no problems on a very base level. Why do you need customer service? Good customer service? Well, it's obvious. Customer retention is one of them. You get the reviews and your testimonials so you can get new customers. And it gives your brand, your business some credibility. So people will talk about it. They talk about it online, whatever it is. And you get those repeat customers and you get free advertising. So again, I've been all over the country. I've had great experiences, bad experiences, and those good experiences when I'll tell people about it, but I'm also more likely to tell people about the bad experiences. So just think about that. Customer retention is obviously important. It's cheaper to service existing customers than it is to find new ones. The amount varies from business to business, industry to industry, but overall it's cheaper to keep who you're already selling to versus finding new customers. And that customer retention really starts with the customer experience. So if you have the lowest prices in your industry and your service sucks, good luck. It's possible that you'll get people in there who are 100% transactional and they're just looking for the best deal. But again, like your product needs to speak for itself if your customer service is terrible. I've been to plenty of restaurants in my life where the food is great and the service is terrible, and I still go back because the food is worth it. So that's hard to do, though. A lot of times it's that customer service is what keeps people, coming back to whatever your business is. And even if you are transactional, you still need to have those good touch points and a good experience, because if it is just terrible, I don't care how cheap it is, most people will probably not be returning customers. There is a difference between a wide margin between what's something that's self-service versus that white glove experience. You need to figure out where you fall in between that, whether it's no customer touch points and you're a vending machine basically, or you are that personal concierge and you're helping them along the way with every step that they take. You also need to figure out what it is that you're selling. So if you've got a particular product, it's great. If you've got a patent or whatever, that's fantastic. But for a lot of like service industries, whether you're a restaurant or an accountant or a lawyer or whatever it is, you're selling intangibles. You're selling your knowledge. You're selling the experience, and that is not something that you can just go to a vendor and purchase. That's something that needs to come from within. We're going to do a couple of quick stats here before we take a break before the next video. But this came from the U.S. News and World Report from 2019, just to kind of get you thinking before we jump into other stuff. The average American business loses 15% of its customers every year. 68% of customers who leave and take their business to a competitor do so because of poor or indifferent service. 82% go someplace else because of a specific customer service issue. And then 60 to 80% of customers, this came from a Forbes article, 60 to 80% of customers who say they're satisfied with the service or product aren't repeat customers. So satisfaction doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's going to come back to your business. You might have to go above and beyond for everybody. So that's it for the basics of customer service. We'll be back with owning the customer service experience.